and welcome to Tony's Tutorials. It's very good to be with you again. We're going to be looking today at how to play our first chord, our very first chord on the guitar. Just before we do that, let's look back at what we did last week in our last lesson. Okay. Remember, we covered a couple of things. The first one was how to hold the guitar. Okay, now I can see that you're holding your guitar beautifully. I haven't got it like this. Do you remember last week you were looking down like this and it made it uncomfortable to play? You've got your guitar so it's almost straight as you're looking down on it. That's perfect. The next thing to remember, of course, is how to just move your thumb across the strings. Do you remember we said that it's a good idea to play the strings just about here where this part, the neck, ends, okay? So just about there by the sound hole. And don't play it too hard, ow, because it produces a bad sound and it hurts your thumb as well. Just gently, okay? Beautiful sound. So, we learned how to play individual notes last week. Just like that. But now we're going to play a chord. What is a chord? Got a picture here, okay? A chord is 1, 2, 3 or more notes played at the same time. That's all a chord is. Have a look here. We're going to play today, we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4 strings at the same time, and this is the chord we call D, okay? And it sounds like this. It's a very pretty sound, and this is a chord that's used in thousands and thousands and thousands of songs. So once you know this, you will find that the other chords that you have to play kind of become much easier. The first chord is always the hardest to learn, but once you've done it, you've done it. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got to do. First of all, when we're playing chords, let's remind ourselves of our fretting hand fingers. This is the fretting hand. It's the one that holds down the strings. We have our thumb. We don't really use that normally for this job. We have finger number 1, finger number 2, finger number 3, finger number 4. There we go. And you can see that on the screen. So that's important to know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy to remember though, isn't it? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. When we're going to play chords, it's really important, as we spoke about last week, to have your thumb in the right place on the guitar. Can you see? On the picture there, the thumb is pretty much in the middle of the back of the neck. It's not over the top. It's not like this. I'm going to see if I can show you a picture of the thumb in the wrong position, and you'll see what I mean. Look, this one's not right. Okay, that's not right. You want the thumb in the middle of the neck, just like that. Okay, how do we play a D chord? First of all, I'm going to show you, and then we're going to do it together. So I'm going to have finger number 1. I'm going to put on string number 1, 2, 3. Let me just show you first of all. Okay, finger number 2 is on string number 1. Finger number 3 is on string number 2. So this is what a D chord likes when you play it. Okay, you can see my fingers are almost making a triangle shape. There we go. Now let's look at it in what we call a chord diagram. This helps to understand how to play the chords. Yeah, you got it. You understand. Okay, so you can see we have 6 lines going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And as you can guess, they are the strings on our guitar, like this. Okay, there we are. In fact, it's a bit crazy. I'm going to turn my guitar so it's looking at me. And that's how the strings are, because this string here is the lowest string, and this is the highest string. Okay. Do you remember our strings? So this is the lowest one. E, A, D, G, B, E. Okay. So let's have a look at those strings again. We're going to put our number 1 finger on string number 3. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put it on fret number 1, 2. There it is. Can you see there's my finger on string number 3, fret number 2. Can you see then it says number 2 finger? Here's my number 2 finger. We're going to put that on string number 1, fret number 2. This is the tricky bit, okay, because I think so far that's not too bad. Here's the tricky bit. We want to get finger number 3, finger number 3 on the string in the middle of those two. String number 2, and it's got to go on another fret. It's got to go on fret 3. Once you've got your fingers on there, then we just play 1, 2, 3, 4 strings. Can you see that? We only play 1, 2, 3, 4 strings. Let's try it. Okay, yeah, show me your finger number 1. Good. Now your finger number 2. Now your finger number 3. Yeah, you got it. And make sure you're pressing the strings down hard enough. Not so hard that it's hurting your fingers, but hard enough so that the string sounds like, not like that. Not like that, but like this. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. And you've got your D chord.